So on page 86, he quotes William James, and I thought this was interesting in terms of what causes the emotions. So William James, I'll just kind of paraphrase it. William James gives all these examples of, okay, what happens? So if we lose our fortune, if we lose a bet or something like that, we are sorry and we weep. If we meet a bear, we are frightened and run. If we are insulted by a rival, we are angry and strike. And he gives some other examples. But what he says is that, no, this is actually the wrong sequence. He says instead that the more rational statement is that we feel sorry because we cry. We are angry because we strike. We are afraid because we tremble. And so what he's saying is that it's not that the external events are causing our emotions, but rather the cause of our emotions are our reaction to the external events. So, for example, with the bear. So it's not as if we see the bear and we're frightened and run. It's that we see the bear, we run, and because of that, we are frightened. So our action, our response causes the emotion. That's what William James said. William James was a famous psychologist, one of the early psychologists, and also a pragmatist in philosophy. And the interesting to think about that kind of mechanism is that what if some event happens to you and you don't react? Does that mean you don't have any emotion? But we tend to think that if we can control ourselves, then we also control our emotions. So maybe that, again, is affirming William James's idea here, is that if we can control our reaction, then we also control our emotion, our way of kind of feeling or reacting to it in terms of how we think or how we feel about it, as opposed to simply being kind of compelled to act, which also brings on that emotion in the action. But if we can calm ourselves and resist reacting physically, William James is suggesting that also is connected with resisting the emotion that would come with the action, which was triggered by the external event.